So I'm going to the shop because I took the new car up there because it's doing typical things that the type of car it is does. And I spent a bunch of money to get this thing ready to drift this weekend. So why stop now, right? Like why give up? I might as well just continue to hate my life working on this thing the rest of the week. So we'll get up to the shop, show you guys what I got, show you what I'm dealing with. I already started tearing this thing apart. But there's a lot to do. And as I'm pulling on my driveway, I just realized I forgot the one thing I needed. So we'll have to come back. Good thing I live close. But anyways, see you in a second. MTV Cribs Gem Sport Edition.
TV, come on in, you broke motherfucker.
Big nitrous tanks. There you go. That's the shop. Sean's car, shop car, whatever you know it as. Peekaboo swapped. And then we got this guy. Driven this thing like 3 times, and here we are. I figured I would beat on it. You know, I'm like, well, we just bought all this stuff. I'm gonna beat on this car a little bit, you know, make sure it's even good before we go drifting. You know, for all I know, diff bushing's bad, you know. So I beat on it, had this clunk sound. I'm like, all right, you know, it's on throttle, under a little low. It's probably the diff bushings. Nope, not the diff bushings. This is subframe out. So, BMW stuff. Here you go. So we got 328i. CI? I don't know why it says CI. Maybe you know the difference. Let me know. But I got coilovers, CNC 71 knuckle adapters, bought a chassis mount shifter, got a clutch on the way. We got everything here to manual swap it. It's an auto car. And then diff bushings. Thankfully, Justin Medina had some diff bushings, and then I gave my body kit away to a kid, Aiden. I don't know how to say his last name. And then he lives by Medina, so he picked the bushings up, and then I Amazon primed some trailing arm bushings because those are shot. So now we're gonna be, you know, doing all these bushings, welding this diff up, shoving it back in. I gotta do the manual swap, so I have to pull that trans hopefully today. My goal is to weld the diff, new subframe bushings, trailing arm bushings, pull the trans, auto trans. I got this thing unbolted, and guess my biggest concern is with pulling it out all the way is I really don't want to mess up these axle bolts. They're pretty rusty. And I'm worried that they might not come out. So I'm gonna give a few of them a shot. And well, I'm gonna try and get this sway bar off first, and then see if I can finagle this diff. But then I realized as soon as I pull the cover off, all the oil is gonna go everywhere, all over the ground. So I basically gotta lift it up anyway. It's like I might as well just pull the axles. I'm just gonna pull the axles. Let's just make it easy, and then I can put it in the fab ring and weld it up. More time lapse. So I swindled this boy out. Man. So I swindled the subframe out. Again, not trying to get these boys out. J-rigging up on it here. I'm surprised it hasn't just flopped in because it's basically teetering just enough to drain into this pan. So that's a positive, I guess. I had to take a little bit more apart, but we're closer to getting this step one done. I'm gonna clean this boy out, bring the welder out here, weld it, seal the cover back up. While the RTV sets up on the cover, I'll start burning these bushings out, I guess. Run home, grab the bushings, come back, put them in. I'm waiting on Amazon to bring these trailing arm bushings. But if I can get all that done pretty quick and pull the trans, maybe I'll knock other stuff off my list, but I can't help but feel bad that I'm just here spending all this time on this car, but the S13's at home just sitting in pieces. I know we got a long winter, but I'm weird, dude. We're welded up. Smells like crap over here. Damn, this fucking stinks. Stinks. So it doesn't take much to weld those diffs up. This thing doesn't make any power at all anyways. Welding all 4 corners. I don't even think I welded all 4, I think I welded 3 on both sides. Is more than enough. Just make sure to cram a bunch of weld in there. Got all the bushings on the subframe. Shout out to Dylan for sure with the hole saw trick. Hole saw is a million times easier than using a torch. I ended up hole sawing 2 of them out, and then so I hole sawed these 2 out, and then I used a torch for these because I killed off 3 batteries using the hole saw. So now we'll get these guys put in. I'm pretty excited to put something in besides a solid bushing. I'm hoping these just hammer right in. The other ones are just so easy. These ones are gonna make a fool of me. Do it wrong. Quickly realized I was doing that wrong. This is made to go towards the middle of the car behind me, by the back of the diff drive shaft, because the chassis has that extruded part. This is extruded or intruded or whatever the hell, so it slips in there. So that's why these were so easy to get into there, because they're smaller. So it looks like I am gonna have to press these in with some effort. Bushings. Who would have thought that they'd be so not straightforward? Obviously I said those go a certain way. Well, these are also different heights, which is weird because this has the shorter one in it, and it's still a little long. If I had that one in there, it'd stick out way more, but then this one's like almost not long enough. I guess we'll see. Sweet. Trailing arm bushings. Trailing arm bushings are out. It says they're out for delivery. Amazon says it's basically 245 now. It says delivery is between 245 and 445. Subframe bushings are in. I'm gonna take a little break from doing the shit I didn't want to do and maybe pull this trans. But first, since the Sawzall's got a battery in it, I'm gonna cut this big ass muffler off. I'm really hoping it doesn't make this thing loud. And I really shouldn't cut it off, but I honestly just don't feel like struggling to put it back on because it's so heavy. So I'm gonna cut it off. I guarantee this thing weighs more than a toddler. Bye. Nuts. Exhausted. Literally. I don't know that I even would have done all this for the S13. I think most of this drive I have is just one last event. You know, not ready to give up the season. Just can't let go. Idiot. I'm gonna give you guys a 328 sound clip. I cut the muffler off, like I said, because it's heavy as heck. And then I realized that we had, I don't know if it was mine or the shop's, but we had an old piece of exhaust laying around, so shoved it on there. Looks pretty good. Hook this battery back up. Okay. Oh my God. perfect. Quiet. Kind of sporty. See if my my ghetto gaskets work. It's also weird that we wired in a neutral safety switch, and I didn't have to use the clutch to start it. So hopefully everything's okay there. A little bit of a leak, but it's all good. Just a beater. Well, it is Thanksgiving Day, and now I have to go home, shower, and get ready for Thanksgiving. Maybe that'll be the end of the video. Yeah, let's end the video there. We gotta put some brakes on this thing tomorrow, and then more than likely not gonna drift it on Saturday.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Yeah.
I at least want to drive it there, drive it around. So tomorrow's goal, put some brakes on this thing. We'll end the video there. We'll end the video there, and then maybe, I don't know, dog. Bye.